Hey guys, I'm Lauren, and this is my lunch break. Today we're making cookie butter kitchen sink cookies. They're called kitchen sink cookies because you can put everything but the kitchen sink in them. Today we're using white chocolate, pretzels, and potato chips, but feel free to use whatever you have laying around. You can order all the ingredients in this recipe for delivery or curbside pickup in the link below. Let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is take 24 teaspoons of this cookie butter and just put it on this line baking tray. You might notice that these balls are a little bit uneven, a little messy looking. That does not matter. We're not looking for perfection here. These are gonna go in our cookies, but for now, we're just gonna line them up on this tray, and then we'll just pop them in the freezer. Here I have a bowl with my flour. I'm just gonna add the baking powder and the baking soda. And then I'm just gonna whisk to combine everything. Now that everything's mixed together, we're just gonna set this aside while we prepare our wet ingredients. I have my butter here, it's been softened. I'm just gonna add it to the bowl of this stand mixer, along with my brown sugar and white sugar. Cream these together until pale and fluffy. This is looking great. What we just did is called creaming the butter and sugar. This is a super important step when you're making cookies because it's gonna introduce air into the mixture and give you a really nice fluffy cookie with a lot of structure. Now we're just gonna add the eggs in. We'll add them one at a time and then mix until combined. Egg number 2 is mixed in, and then I'll just add our vanilla, give it a little mix until it's combined. Okay, looking good. Here we've got our dry ingredients, and we're gonna add these in 2 batches. This is essentially gonna make it a little bit easier to mix all this flour in. The reason we mix the flour in until it's just combined is that if we mix it too much, it'll overwork the flour and give us dense cookies. Now let's add the good stuff. Pretzels, potato chips, and white chocolate chips. I actually still remember the day my mom brought home some chocolate-covered potato chips when I was a kid, and I was so weirded out. And then I tried them, and they were delicious. And honestly, I've been obsessed with sweet-salty combinations ever since. I'm gonna make 24 balls of cookie dough and put a little piece of the cookie butter here into each one. We're looking for something around the size of a golf ball, maybe a little bit bigger. This step is totally optional, but to give the cookies a little bit of extra crunch, I like to add some additional crushed pretzels and potato chips to the top of each one. So I'm a Taurus, and Tauruses are generally known for being stubborn, but also loyal. And I think that that contrast is perfectly embodied with this sweet and salty contrasting cookie. Now we're gonna bake these for 10 to 13 minutes or until the edges are just starting to get golden brown. These cookies are baked to perfection. They smell insane. And now, as a final touch, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of flaky salt. Now that the cookies have been cooling for about 5 minutes, we're just gonna transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. When I say cool completely, I actually mean cool almost completely, because who doesn't love a warm cookie, am I right? These cookies are ready to serve, or you can store them in an airtight container for up to a week if they last that long. I hope you guys enjoy this incredible cookie recipe, and if you want to make them at home, you can find the full recipe through the link below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, or turn on notifications. Now my lunch break's over, and I'm gonna go serve these to the office. Bye!